How are you? I hope all of you are preparing well for your examinations, which is just in October. So, for the students or for the aspirants who are preparing for the next year civil services examination, whether it is for the UPSC or for any other state civil services examination, in this video we are going to share with you all the resources that you can follow for different topics, for different syllabus, okay, for different parts of the syllabus. So, let's start the video. Okay, but before starting, let me ask you for the thing that all YouTubers do ask you for. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe it, because we are sharing different videos related to different aspects of the civil services preparation, and you will be getting almost everything that you need for help that you need during your preparation. Okay, so we have shared a video for an ideal 1-year plan for the civil services examination, how you should have an overall planning for the 1 year, and the second video is in our polity series dealing with the process of budget in the Indian Constitution. Okay, so let's start this video about the sources. If you have not followed this channel yet, please do follow, or please do subscribe to the channel, and if you want to receive all the notifications that of the videos that we post, you can press the bell icon next to the subscribe button. So let's start the video. So this video is all about the different sources for the civil services examination. Okay, the sources that you can follow. If you have seen, and all the sources that we will be discussing here, they are for both prelims and mains. Okay, the same sources, the same books you can follow for your preliminary and mains examination, because most of the syllabus are of these two parts of the examination are same. Okay, so if you have studied the syllabus of the examination, specifically the prelims, it has only Indian history. The prelims has Indian history only, but mains also had the world history, some portions of world history. Then there are Indian culture. In prelims, Indian culture is not specifically mentioned, but it is part of the history of India. But in mains, there is specifically mentioned topic of Indian culture. Okay, then Indian and world geography, it is same both in prelims and mains. Then we have Indian politics, same for in prelims and mains. Indian economy, same. General science, it's only in the prelims, not in the mains. Mains deals with technology aspect, not exactly the science aspect. And then current affairs. Mains does not talk about current affairs specifically, but if you see the question of the previous year's papers of the mains examination, you will find that the questions that are being asked in all the GS papers, they are related to the current affairs. Okay, so indirectly you need to know all these current affairs. So that was a short overview of syllabus of the civil service examination. We will be dealing with all these topics of the syllabus one by one. So let's start with history and culture part. Okay, history and culture part. Spectrum is the publication. Okay, so the book of this publication, Spectrum publication, which is actually written by Rajiv Ahir. He is a good writer. You can read this book of Rajiv Ahir, Spectrum, the modern Indian history book. This is a good book, and it covers all aspects of the modern history of India. So for modern history of India, you can refer to the Spectrum, just Spectrum. Then you can move to the Tamil Nadu board books, history books for ancient and medieval. But you should keep in mind that if you will look at the previous year's question papers of the UPSC, you will find that there are very less questions which have been asked from the medieval history so far. So your main focus should be on the modern history from the Spectrum book and ancient history, Indian history from the Tamil Nadu board book. Okay, and if you don't want to read the whole ancient history, you can choose the specific topics of ancient history, and those specific topics can be the specific topics will be Indus Valley civilization, then Vedic era, Vedic age, and then you can go for the Mauryan history, Maurya, and then you go for the Guptas. Okay, so these are a few chapters we can deal. We will deal with all these chapters in another video. But some specific topics from ancient India and some specific topics on the whole modern India you should go for if you don't want to complete the whole syllabus. Okay, other than these two, ancient and medieval history, you can go to the you can go for the class 11 fine art, and this is for culture. Class 11 fine art, it deals with architecture, the mural paintings and primitive paintings, all those, the cave paintings. It deals with all those topics. And then for the other topics like dance, music, all those things, you can go for the NIOS board of Indian culture. Okay, so class 11 fine art of NCERT, class 11 book of NCERT for the subject fine art, or NIOS board's culture, the book for Indian culture. Okay, these two books you can refer, or you can go for NCERT. Okay, and Spectrum. So NCERT class 11 fine art, and then Spectrum's culture book. So it's or either this one or this one. It's or. Okay, and then either this one, or you can go to the Nitin Singhania book. So all these three books are not important to read. Any one of this combination you can go to. You can go for any one of these combinations, not all three of them. Okay, so this is how you can prepare your history. And after history and culture, we can go for Indian polity. No doubt, for Indian polity there is just one book which is the Bible for Indian polity for UPSC examination, and that's Lakshmikant. So you can directly go for M. Lakshmikant, revise it as many times as you can, and then you should refer the government plans and schemes also. These you can prepare through your current affairs. Okay, so Indian polity, just go for Lakshmikant, no one else. Then we will come to Indian economy. Indian economy is a diverse chapter. In syllabus, it is not mentioned to study the specific specific concepts of economy, but to understand the economic development that is taking place through current affairs, you need to understand the basics of Indian economy. So for those basics, you can go for the Murnal video. Murnal, we deal with everything. You may be knowing about a site called murnal.org. Okay, or you can go for the Murnal Patel YouTube channel as well, and go for murnal.org. The Murnal's videos are the best for the Indian economy. And then you should go for the class 11th NCERT book, which is titled at Indian Economic Development. I will advise to go for all these NCERTs that I am referring to. Please go for the new NCERT book, modern, latest NCERT books, which you can easily find on the NCERT website. Okay, free of cost. You can download it from there, chapter wise, or the whole book, and you can read. So go for the class 11th NCERT book, Indian Economic Development, and then Murnal videos for the basics. Or if you don't want to follow these two, you can buy a book of Ramesh Singh, Indian Economy. This book is again a book published by TMH, Tata McGraw-Hill. Okay. Other than these two things, you should specifically study the budget speech. Once the budget is passed by the finance minister annually, we just before prelims exam, go and read the budget speech and a bit, and do go to a few chapters, selected chapters of uh, economic survey. Okay, and read this economic survey as well. These two are going to help you both in prelims and mains. So budget speech and economic survey, these are must. And then some international reports which are in news, and this you can prepare through current affairs. So this is a bit of idea about how to prepare Indian economy, class 11th Indian economic development, then either Mronal videos or Indian economy by Ramesh Singh, then budget speech and international reports. This is how you will prepare the Indian economy chapter. Then the next is geography. For geography, you don't need to go for anything, just read NCERT books. So just these NCERT books, they will help you a lot. You don't need any other thing. If you have studied geography before, then you can directly proceed to the class 11th and 12th geography. But if you want to study geography for a better understanding, I will advise you to start from class 6 and go to class 12. So 6 to 12 I will advise, but if you don't want to do that deep study, you can just go for class 11th and 12th geography book. The class 11 is about there are two books for class 11 and two books for class 12. Two books of class 11, they deal with the physical geography of the world and India, and the class 12 geography, class 12 books, they deal with human geography. Okay, portion. Then other than these two, you should also focus on the mapping. Mapping should be focused on the places which are in news recently. Okay, and the previous year's questions will give an idea that which are the areas where you should be focusing on your map. So this mapping can be done in two ways. If you want to do it offline study, then you can go buy Oxford Student Atlas. There are two atlases, so you can buy Oxford's Student Atlas. Okay, go for the Student Atlas and then map along with that, or you can use internet. Okay, and you can download all those maps that you want to look for, and then prepare it from there. Okay, so that's how mapping is important. GC Long, many people say that GC Long is important, but I will advise GC Long is keep it optional. If you are studying NCERT books, that's most important. But if you want to study GC Long, go for it. But if you are not comfortable, you can skip it. Okay, this is not mandatory. Okay, but this is mandatory. Okay, so this is how you can prepare your Indian your geography over there. After geography, we will talk about general science. It's people who have a science background, they don't need to study science that much, because you will have very few questions from general science. Most of the questions will be from technology that you can prepare from current affairs, the technology portion. But for the students who are for non-science background, they have to study a bit from the science. So I will advise you to go for class 6 to 10 science, specifically focusing biology. No need to go for physics and chemistry that much, but specifically focus biology, and then go for topics in your current affairs. Two ways to prepare for general science: 6 to 10 book for specifically dedicated to bio chapters of biology, and then through current affairs you can prepare for general science. Next, environment. Two things for the environment. There are two books of IGNU that you can find, or you can go for Shankar IS book. IGNU books you need to buy, or you can download it from the IGNU website. Shankar IS book also, if you are going for the latest edition, you need to buy, because it's not available online. But 6th edition now is available online. So if you want to study from just previous edition, you can buy Shankar IS book. You can take it online. PDF is available there. But if you want to study the latest one, you can buy it, Shankar IS book. Okay, so that's how you can study for environment. The last one, current affairs. Current affairs, I will advise you to go for the Insight IS website, and there are many initiatives that they do provide on their website free of cost. You can their daily current affairs. They have their daily current affairs portion that you can go and study over there. Then you can use their quiz section, which is very helpful to revise all those current affairs that you have studied. Then now they have started their ICANN. This ICANN is a good initiative. So there are many different initiatives that you can use from Insight IS Academy website. And if you want, you can also use Vision IS website for that. Vision IS do provide a monthly magazine there. Monthly magazine, and they do have their much awaited course called PT6365. So these two things are there, and which you can use. They are freely available on the internet as well, and you can use them for your current affairs preparation. The Hindu is much hyped newspaper. So if you have time and if you feel comfortable with the Hindu, you can go for it, but it's not compulsory. If you don't want to study the Hindu, that's perfect. It's not a problem. Either of these two things, either of these two things will be suffice for you, and you don't need to study the Hindu. You can just cut it out. Okay, so that's how you can prepare for your current affairs. So these were a few things that we wanted to share with you through this video, that what are the sources that you should follow for your UPSC preparation. Best of luck for your next examinations that are over there that you are preparing for. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, and if you like the effort over there, please do subscribe to the channel, and please do subscribe to the channel. And if you like the effort, please do like it and share it with your friends who are studying for the civil service examination, or who are planning, or if they want to be aware of their country and their society. Okay, so till then, when we meet again in our next video with another topic, enjoy your studies, prepare for your examinations well, and wish you best of luck for the next endeavors and next examinations going on. Till then, enjoy yourself.